Ben at Hayes Products here. Today I'm going to show you our medium duty cutter bar and medium duty 40 horsepower gearbox. This is exactly the same as what we run in all of our medium duty slashers, so they're a direct replacement for that, but also they've been very popular as a retrofit kit to fit to almost any slasher rated up to 40 horsepower. When choosing your cutting width, we're talking about the total width, blade to blade. This is determined by the cutter bar, so the blades are all the same on all of the different cut sizes. So it's the cutter bar itself that varies, but check the website for which one might suit your slasher. Looking at the gearbox, we have a square bolt pattern here. Refer to the website as well for measurements on that. We have a 1/3/8 6-spline input shaft, which is standard for most PTO shafts. 12-spline output shaft to match the 12-spline cutter bar. The blades are a swing back design, so if you hit a stump or something like that, it's going to give you some protection. We also recommend running a slip clutch on your PTO shaft with that as well for additional protection, which we also have on our website if you need one of those. Looking at the cutter bar, you'll see it's not just like some light duty ones are just a flat strap of steel, not a lot of strength. These have a lot of lateral strength, so if you do hit a stump sort of closer in on your cutter bar, you're going to stand a chance of not bending it. So strengthening on both sides with these plates. They're welded all the way through the inside as well as all the way down the outside. On the bottom we have a protection ring that's protect your castellated nut and split pin on the bottom from any damage. If the bolt pattern isn't quite right for your gearbox to bolt directly to your deck, if it is a retrofit, if you're handy with a bit of fabrication, maybe you can re-drill that, or we can supply you with a retrofit plate which is pre-drilled with the correct size, with also the centre bore also ready to go. Okay, we have our 40 horsepower gearbox here, so this is what will come in the kit that you're looking at. Regardless of the cutter bar size that you've selected, this will be the gearbox. So we've got a square bolt pattern here, and if your slasher doesn't suit this pattern, as I mentioned, the plate that goes underneath through here, we can sell you that as a retrofit kit, so you can just weld it over the top or even bolt it down over the top of your deck and have the correct centre hole, and with your 4 holes drilled in the right spot. You may need to drill that back through on your existing deck, but yeah, if you're handy with a welder, you can get that to work. So just dropping this into position, and we would fit our bolts through from underneath just to save them from being damaged underneath on the thread. So yeah, head of the bolt from underneath, nuts on top. If the bolt pattern on your existing gearbox, if this is a retrofit, is the same as ours, fantastic. You can bolt it straight down to your deck. If your bolt pattern's different, this is what I was talking about by a retrofit plate. This is a standard feature on all of our medium and heavy duty slashers. We use this as additional strengthening, but it can also be used to help with your fabrication on a retrofit. So you'll have pre-drilled holes ready for the gearbox to bolt down, as well as a centre bore is the right size ready for the gearbox to drop through, so you can weld that to your deck or even bolt it to your deck, whatever your preference. And the other measurement that we want to have a look at is the distance between the top of the cutter bar through to the bottom of the gearbox. So that is 55 millimetres. So at the moment, through to our 4mm part of the deck, we're 51mm, 4mm deck making 55. So just make sure that if you have any additional strengthening underneath, that 55 millimetres is enough clearance. As you can see, we have some angle strengthening under here, more than enough clearance there. So similar sort of design to ours, you'll be fine, but just check that measurement. Any information you'd like to know in addition to what we already have on the website in this video, feel free to call us 1300 442 937, or send us an email, sales@hayesproducts.com.au. We can freight these to wherever you are in Australia. We freight 5 days a week. We also have many more parts for slashers as well, so if you need maybe a PTO guard, PTO shaft, slip clutch, any of those types of parts, spare blades, anything, we keep it all here. So give us a call and we'll help you out. Thanks for watching.